decreasing our environmental footprint isn't just about one specific thing.
For a lot of our carbon reduction metrics, we have to think about what's good for, the oceans and the air and the animals. So there's a lot going on. When it comes to itinerary planning, we want to think about, how can we develop itineraries that are both interesting but also fuel efficient.
Well, the ship, it's not a car, but the fuel behavior is the same as a car. So if you go twice as fast, you use far more fuel. We always try to avoid going at full speed, and we try to follow our software, which recommends us how to set the engines. And also the arrival and departure times need to make sense to sail between these ports at the economic speed.
Always in our planning stage, we prioritize ports with shore power.
So when we go into a port that provides this shore power, we essentially plug in a giant power cord into a power outlet, and that allows us to connect to the local power supply.
All the Holland America line ships now are equipped with shore power connection. And more ports around the world have these connections, and we hook up to it as much as we can.
We're continuing to try and ensure that ports get the resources that they need to continue to expand. So there are certain ports we currently go to where we are trying to introduce them to the technology so that we can obviously utilize the systems that we have on board more, and it's going to end up being beneficial for us and for the ports that we go to.
Also, in a lot of the ports where we visit, a portion, or in some cases, all of the power is from a renewable energy source. Things like solar, hydropower, also wind as well. So we have that benefit of getting a lower carbon impact energy source.
In general, because of the way shoreside energy production is, it can be much more efficient. So that way there's no emissions while we are in that port.
So on Holland America vessels, we have this equipment called the Advanced Air Quality System. It's also sometimes referred to as exhaust gas cleaning system. And basically, the purpose of this technology is to reduce the amount of sulfur content that we have in our exhausts.
AAQS works by scrubbing engine exhaust with a shower of seawater. This process removes 99% of the sulfur and 60 to 90% of particulate matter from engine emissions prior to passing out of the ship's tunnel. Numerous studies show this is safe and effective for ocean environments.
We have been doing trials on biofuel. The most recent one is with our vessel Rotterdam, with a biofuel that was made with primarily waste, so residual type products. So the overall carbon impact of that fuel is virtually none. We really saw some success there using that biofuel in combination with shore power when we're in port to really drive down the net impacts to near zero. But we also have to think about logistics. How do we get the biofuel? Is it available in the ports where we sail? Is there enough supply globally for us? So when we think about biofuels as a solution, it has to be a part of the solution, not the only solution. We have to think about it more holistically, from the very end of the life of the ship to the beginning of the life of the ship. There's not just going to be one solution.
It's all of the things working together